Hola Serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're going to do a review on the Beauty Bay's Dark Fantasy palette. This one, I'm not sure when it came out. It just came out recently. I know it's the most recent one that they've released, but it always takes forever to get to me. So I've literally had it maybe like a week, and I'm finally getting it until now. It is really nice, you guys. I really like the design in here. It's very dark, you know, just very fantasy. Perfect for Halloween. I honestly really love the color story in here. I'm going to show you guys in a second. But basically in the back, it just says dark fantasy and has a little message on there. And I want to read the message out to you because it is total grunge to me. It's sort of like rock and roll, dark mermaid, siren, fairy type of stuff. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this palette. So it says embrace the grunge of the future with the Beauty Bay Dark Fantasy Eyeshadow Palette, here to help you explore your darkest side. This is the palette your disordered, rebellious attitude has been waiting for, with 20 creamy mattes and metallic shimmers to create your most hardcore looks yet. Each shade features Beauty Bay's powerful pigment payoff, major staying power, and intense blendability. This is the color story you need to find dark matter in all of your realities. So I honestly love the color story. When you take it out of the packaging, it does look like this. The back is basically looks like the Matrix thing going on. I don't know how to describe it. It does have a really good mirror. Matter of fact, all of their lines that look like this one, I don't know if it's how many, it's like 16 shadows, right? Okay, so it's 20 shadows, and all their 20 shadow palettes have a really nice mirror. I never really, I mean, today I got to use it, but normally I just stick with my little compact mirror here. It does a dark fantasy. This is the color story. I know it seems like it's all over the place. Some people will probably not like this color story, but if you're like me, and this is basically their Halloween palette, if you want to look at it like that, I love the color story because I was like, you can make so many good looks, especially for Halloween. So many good looks with it. The one that what I did with it was I used this one right here, Slime. This is like a very, it looks like a neon green, but honestly on me, it didn't come out that bright. It just came out sort of normal. This is my look, you guys, if you guys like it. Hopefully you guys like it. I always consider my looks just okay. It's not in your face over the top, but I mean, it could be better. I don't feel like it's that bad. But that was my transition shade. I did use Machine, this creamy shimmer. Their shimmer formula is so creamy. It's like butter. It's smooth like butter, you guys. It goes on. Over here in this corner, I did use their Nightmare. This is a metallic purple shimmer. And then to smoke it out, I did use this one that's called Grunge. This is like a dark purple matte. On the bottom right here and my inner corner highlight, I have this one that's called Grime. This is like a taupe. It's a taupe shimmer. Very creamy, just like the other ones. And I believe that was it. Yeah, because right here I used the same dark purple that's called Grunge. I honestly enjoyed it. I think the only thing that I don't like in this palette, and I've said it in the past of all my other videos that I've done, I don't like white mattes. I don't use them. I know that you can use it right here, and some people do it obviously to create looks. That's what I'm saying. If you're creating looks with them, like for Halloween or whatever, this is a really good palette. I never use the whites. I never use the whites or the really light vanilla tones. Just, I don't know. Don't ask me why. I just never do. Now, as far as blendability, I had no problems with the shades that I use today. This one right here in particular, Slime, did need a little building up. It is pigmented, but it doesn't show up as neon as here. I honestly got this kind of look. Like this, it looks like this one. This one's supposed to be like a more low-toned green, which I didn't use that one today, but I was like, funny how this one shows up like this color on me. Maybe on someone lighter, it'll show up more vibrant in your face. I even used like a primer, so I don't know. It didn't show up like that. It's neon green right there, obviously. But it's still a pretty color. I'm not complaining. I love all of their shimmer formula. It's really, really good. It's always it's like smooth like butter. I always love that. And then the mattes are, I've never had problems with their mattes. I mean, if anything, I might have the darkest shades tend to be maybe like on a scale of 1 to 5, maybe a little patchy, but that's like 1 in 20 shades. Literally, I don't have that, never had that bad experience like that so far. So I'm going to start with the swatches. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go clear across each of the rows until we get to the bottom of this palette, okay? So the first one is called Atmosphere, and it is a white. It is a very a white matte. Super light, you guys. I don't know. Oh my god, that's like 4 swatches already. It's really light. Maybe if you use a really good primer, I don't know, you could probably get it to work a little bit better, but it's definitely not bad. Very soft for a matte, so I don't think you're going to have any patchy problems with that one. Next we have Hoax, another soft matte, really, really soft. Ooh, I love this chocolate brown though. It's a chocolate brown matte. Look at that. And then we have Transmission. This one's like a gold bronze shimmer. I don't even think it needs a third swatch, but I'm going to give it a third one. Look how beautiful that one is. I love that one. Now we have Plasma. This is a green matte. Oh, look at that. I love that color. Now you have Virtual. This is a black matte with sequin glitters throughout it. It reminds me a lot of this one matte that came out during Halloween time from Maybelline Cosmetics. And I used it so much. I used to get so many compliments on it because the glitters would stay on. It wasn't like ColourPops, right? ColourPop, you put that crap on and it's like all the glitters are floating. These ones are sticking on. Very, very surprisingly, they are sticking on. They're not falling off. Look at, you can clearly see the glitter throughout it. And that's like the first time I've experienced that because I put ColourPops on and it starts floating in the air around me and it just starts flicking off. You use it on a brush, right? In the end, you have the color, but the glitter's all gone. Now, I have heard people say that if you pat it on, yeah, okay, I can pat it on. But if I have to work that much with that shadow, maybe ColourPop shouldn't be making sequin shadows. I'm just saying. It might be a good idea to just let it go and stop doing it. In the next row, we have Reality. This is a very dark wine. It's like a Merlot matte. Very pretty. Now we have Encrypted. This, oh, I love this one. It's so soft. It's nothing, slide it on like nothing. It is like a bronze rose gold type of shimmer. It might be completely bronze and I'm just seeing a rosy tone to it, but yo, that's so pretty. Next we have that green that I used for my Tristan shade. It's called Slime. And like I said, it's a very vibrant green, almost like a neon, but it didn't show up that intense on my eye. At least I don't feel like it did. I might be wrong and I'm just like tripping, but it looked kind of darker green. It definitely wasn't bad. That's not something bad that I would consider because it still came out on my eye and that's what I care most about. It's just I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang, it didn't show up. Not like that on my eye anyway. Next we have Machine. Oh, y'all, this is such a gorgeous emerald green shimmer. It went on like butter and it's so intense. This is literally like 2 swatches only. And just look at that. Now you have Space. This is a dark green matte. I didn't get to use this today. Now it does feel on the drier end. I could feel a tiny bit of grittiness. I don't think it'll give you problems, but who knows? Sometimes I do have that experience where maybe one might not work out in this entire palette. But that's the good thing about Beauty Bay's formula is pretty good. For the price, it is like awesome. Because it's like $17.99, $18 around there for 20 shadows. And for maybe 1 to be patchy, that's not a deal breaker for me. That's like huge bang for your buck type of thing. In the next row, we have Nightmare. That's that one that I said I used. Look at that. Oh, it is such a gorgeous purple, vibrant purple shimmer. Very buttery smooth as well. Now we have Grunge's next. This is a dark matte purple. The only thing I experienced with this one is that I had to apply it several times. I didn't get the intensity I wanted, so it's still pigmented, but I was expecting darker to create like this smoky eye look. And in the end, it kind of like, I had to build it up several times, and in the end, look at it didn't really like show up really dark on the corners. It more like faded into it. So I don't think that was patchy. It just wasn't building up that pigment as dark as I thought it would have been. I mean, I still liked it, but it's just like I was expecting a more dark color purple to that. It does kind of look a little bit patchy right here, right? I don't know. It just depends, I guess. I didn't have a really bad experience, but it wasn't a pleasant one either. Next, we have Hack. This is such a gorgeous, like in-your-face pearlized pink. Almost like a rose gold too, but I think it's more like a pink. It looks like a pearlized pink. Shimmer. So pretty. Look at that. It does. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's actually pink in person. Right now, the way it looks in my viewfinder, it looks more of a white or a pearl white, but it is a pink. It's like a pearlized pink. That's what it looks like in the palette. Look. It looks more like a pearl pink. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but hopefully you guys can see that a little bit. Algorithm is this camel tone matte jello orange almost. It's like a camel brown, but it looks more of like an orangey tone actually now that I'm looking at it. It's like a burnt sienna type of matte. Very light. Look at that. I mean, for a transition shade, I think it'll still work. I just don't think that you should use that as an overall color. It might not show up as dark as you would think. Distortion is this berry tone shimmer. It almost looks like a duochrome for some reason, like a purple. I don't know. Yeah, like it's berry. It's like a burgundy almost. I mean, in the palette, it looks like a deep berry tone. In the next row, we have Dark Matter. This is a straight up matte black. At least that's what it looks like in person. This doesn't have any type of shimmer. It's straight up just a matte black. Which is weird, huh? Why would they have two mattes in here? I mean, I'm not hating the idea of it, but it's like kind of weird that you gave me this one right here with glitter, and then you gave me one without glitter. I think that's weird. Does anybody find that weird? I think I would have got rid of maybe this one, Algorithm, and added a dark matte brown, if not replacing the black with that dark matte brown, because I don't see the reason why you need two blacks in a palette. I'm going to swatch the last four on this one because I'm like kind of out of room over here and I don't want to. So the next one is Grime. That's that one that I said I used right as my inner corner highlight and down here. It is so freaking gorgeous, you guys. It's like a metallic silver taupe type of shade. And this is just one swatch, and look at that. Just look at that. That is in your face. It is so pretty, especially on the eye. When I was putting it on, I was like, dang, I like that one. And then next you have Source. This is such a gorgeous blue. It's like a blue purple. It looks more blue in the pan, definitely. But now that I'm swatching it, it looks kind of purple or a very vibrant blue. Look at that. It's a metallic, not so much metallic, but it is definitely a shimmer. Then you have Code. This is like a silver. Look kind of chunky, you guys, like a sheer, maybe foiled shimmer. It's on the chunkier end. I'm having a lot of fallout. Look, it's just like clumping up. You guys see all those little clumps? Might not be the best type of formula for this palette, but it looks like it will spread like wildfire. If you try to play with it too much, try to spread it on your face, I think you're going to have problems with it flaking all over the place. Lastly, we have Hardcore. This is just a very dark matte blue. Ooh, this looks patchy. I think it might be okay. It looks like it is blending. At least on my on my hand. I will say that it's on the dry end, okay? But I kind of like it. I do like that vibrant blue. Like, it's like a really dark navy blue, and I just like it. And those are all the shades, okay? Hopefully I was able to help you decide if you want this palette for yourself. It's honestly, I don't like the idea of having both of those blacks, but I'm not hating it. I feel like they could have just gave you another option by giving you a different, like a dark brown maybe, or I don't know. It could have been maybe, I don't get the berry tone in here, the way the color story's set. Maybe it's something else besides that one. I don't like this silver because it's very chunky and it comes out sheer on your finger after I'm using it. I'm like, okay, what is up with that? But overall, like I said, I like the look that I came up with. It's really up to you if you guys want it for yourselves or not. I'm not hating it. I just think that if it was my idea, I would have changed some stuff around. So definitely pick one or the other. I'm not hating either one because that's a really good formula for a black with sequins. That's an awesome formula. That's the first time I've ever seen something since the one that I bought years ago from Maybelline, which I, by the way, I think I still have. That's for sentimental value because, you know, you gotta remember those. But that reminds me so much of that Maybelline one that I bought years and years ago. This one is still good, but they could at least replace that one and gave us a dark matte brown. Because you do have two browns, but that one needs to be darker at least. Something to smoke out besides the black. Because black can either go good or really bad and you end up looking like a dirty pirate. Like, give us another option, right? That's all I'm saying. Other than that, it's completely up to you guys if you guys like this palette or not. I think it's got really good shades in here and definitely mix or match. Beauty Bay, I think I have like, what, 4 of their palettes. I love their formula. I might not like their eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, because that's not really my thing. And I've tried a couple other products. I've tried some of their skincare products, really, really good. Their hair stuff. I like their brand. I think it's good. It's a good price. I just don't like that it takes forever to get to me. It takes almost like 3 weeks to a month because it's shipping from the UK. So it sits in imports. What do they call exports? You know, the one right there on the docks before it gets checked. It sits there for like 2 weeks and I'm looking at it like, what the heck? What are you guys doing? Give me my stuff. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna stop blabbering. It's really up to you. Hopefully I was able to help you guys out with the swatches and everything, my experience and whatever, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every day I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.